Hey friends, welcome back to the new year. Today we're going to be talking about something that almost every woman over 40 struggles with and younger. It's why you can't stay consistent and how to fix it. Consistency is really key when it comes to creating a healthy weight loss plan and a healthy life that we can maintain. So it's important that we figure out what this means and what we can do about it. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mama 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. All right, and before we dive in, make sure you guys listen to the end because I'm going to be sharing a limited time sale that I'm running for only 2 weeks this month, and it can really help you if you need that support and structure. So let's jump in. Let's be honest, nobody struggles because they're lazy or unmotivated. If we usually get to the truth of it, we may call ourselves lazy or unmotivated sometimes, but as I have talked to people, I have not met a person who is actually lazy. But things just usually are not set up right. It's like expecting a child to know how to do chores and do them well when they haven't been trained. So we can't expect ourselves to do something, come up with this health plan, and to do it really well if you haven't had the proper plan in place. All right, so first I want to talk about how motivation fades after a few weeks or sometimes after a couple days, and this is normal. Motivation, it's like the spark, it's like a feeling that we can feel, it gets you going, but it doesn't really keep the fire burning because we know that after a little bit of something being new, it's not as motivating, it's not as exciting. And sometimes life gets busy, hormones shift, we get tired, and suddenly we don't have that big burst of energy that we used to. This is why it's really important to build a plan that does not depend on motivation. We can't plan something based on how we are feeling. We have to plan and set ourselves up for something with routines and habits that are simple and doable, even on those days when you feel blah. You have to have that structure and that system and that support in place so that when that new spark of something fun that we've started starts to fade, you have something set up that you can continue, that doesn't depend on you feeling motivated. We have to think about how creating simple structure in our life is going to beat willpower. So we think success comes from that we have to try harder and try harder, but it almost never does. It really comes from having a structure that supports you so that you're not white knuckling your way through it. So for me, as a mom of 4, as a homeschooler mom, and having this business and all the just normal mom stuff and taking care of a house, I have a lot of structure set in place so that I can do this, so that I don't have to work harder, right? I have a system for the way we do house cleaning in our house. And here's a hint, it's not just me, the kids, my husband, like we all do stuff, but I did set up the system and the structure to get that done. It's not always perfect, and sometimes we need to tweak it, but it really makes things go smoother. I have a system and a structure set up for my meal planning. I have a structure set up for how I work out. And so when we have these systems and structures built, then we don't have to rely on that motivation or willpower. So things like knowing your workout days ahead of time or having meals that are easy to put together remove so much stress. And we have that structure, it creates safety, and that safety creates consistency. And it doesn't mean that things are always going to be perfect, right? Because someone might get sick or we might go out of town and we have to adapt and we have to have that system and structure to come back to. It's so easy to sort of get knocked off of our normal. And that's okay if that happens sometimes. We just don't want to stay off of that normal, right? We have to give ourselves grace when things pop up. The other thing that I think really matters is having pre-planned workouts to remove that decision fatigue. Nobody talks about this. Sometimes we don't skip a workout because we don't want to move. Like sometimes that does happen. But sometimes we skip it because we don't know what to do, or we don't ever start working out because we're not sure what to do or how to work out correctly or what I'm supposed to do for my body. Decision fatigue is real. And by the time we get through doing things with our kids, our grandkids, our work, our errands, and everything else, we don't have this mental energy to scroll through YouTube and figure out what our workout is and then start doing the workout and wondering, like, is this right? Like, is this person even teaching me how to exercise correctly? But when you have a plan that is already set and it's the right workout for your body and your stage of life, it just becomes so much easier to show up and do it. And this is why in my personal training app, the workouts are laid out for you and there is no guessing. But even for me, I am doing that for myself too. I know what I'm doing each day of the week and I know what workout I'm doing because I know I can't just try to find something that day. I have a plan laid out for me, right? Because there's also a way we want to move our body and we need to rest our body, right? We don't want to be doing like push-ups every single day. We have to have a plan and we have to have it laid out and put some thought into that. The next thing that I think is important, and I do this for myself too, is habit tracking. Sometimes we just like don't remember, especially if it's a new habit, right? That's why it is not a habit yet, because we typically don't remember. Now, sometimes there might be things that pop up. We need to work out or we need to adjust to make the habit work. But if we're not tracking our habits, sometimes we're just not even remembering to do them and we're not getting that feedback. So when you can see your habits, it's really easier to spot the patterns that are helping you and the ones that are not helping you. And when we can find some habits that we can become consistent with, it really builds confidence. So for example, I have a client who we recently started working on her lunches and making sure that she had lunches that were healthy for her and she had some different options. And within a few weeks, she started to build that confidence. She knew what she was going to have. She felt good about what she was choosing, and her body felt good too from having healthier meals to eat from. So we have to focus on our habits. We have to track them. We have to see what we're doing and what we're not doing, what matters to us and what doesn't matter to us, what we need to tweak and figure out to make it work. And I also think for a lot of people, especially if you're feeling stuck, accountability matters so much more than we think. We were never meant to do life alone. So having someone checking in on you, giving you feedback, encouraging you, or helping you adjust the plan when life gets chaotic, that's what helps keep us going, especially when we're not an expert in this area of health or whatever area of that life it could be in. So it's about getting that right support to take you from where you are right now to where you want to get. And when you have someone in your corner cheering you on, encouraging, guiding you, giving you feedback, it makes things so much better. So maybe for some of us that is a friend. Maybe for some of us that is we need a coach or someone to help us. And sometimes once you sort of have a lot of these pieces figured out, like you know what healthy eating is for you, you know how to work out, you have a plan set up, maybe you have to use someone to get to that point. But after a while, then you can have this even accountability with yourself. Like you know what the plan is and you can do weekly check-ins with yourself. But first, you really have to have that structure and plan set up for you to get to where you want to go. But then we always want to be having that accountability, even if that accountability is just with ourselves. So even for myself, for just my health goals and life goals and parenting and all that stuff, typically each week I am sort of checking in with everything. And usually each month I go just a little bit deeper and looking at the different areas of my life and what I want to be working on and what I want to be focusing on. So we need that accountability, those check-ins. So if you've been frustrated with yourself for not sticking with it, I want you to take a breath. Because most likely you don't even need to try harder. Isn't that a relief? You probably need a plan that fits your life. And you need that support when your motivation dips, because we cannot rely on our motivation or how we're feeling. Our feelings come and go. And if you don't know what the plan is, I encourage you to get a coach. So if you need a plan you can actually stick to, then I encourage you to check out my personal training app. So starting today, January 5th through the 18th, you can get 20% off my personal training app for 3 months. So not just one, but for 3. And inside the app, you're going to get custom workouts made for your body, your level, and your schedule. So the days of the week you need, whatever that is, from beginner to advanced workouts. So there's no more guessing. There's no more going on YouTube rabbit holes. Just expert-led workouts by me that is going to help build strength without injury. So a really thought-out plan of how to exercise your body safely and give you that feeling, I can actually do this. Inside the app, you're also going to have habit tracking so that you can see your wins, so that you can remember your habits, so that I can coach you on those tough days. Inside my app, you also have the ability to message me. So you can message me if you're feeling stuck or something came up. And I can message you back by text, or I can even send a voice text to you. I also love this about the app, because if someone has something and it's longer than a couple sentences, I like this ability to be able to voice text them so I can really coach them so that they can get that support when they need it. So it's not like a live coaching call, but you don't have to wait till your coaching appointment. We can just do that coaching sort of asynchronously when you need it. So if you want accountability, a smart plan, and support that actually helps you follow through, this is it. So grab my discount before January 18th. There's going to be links down below. You can use the code APP2026. Or if you have some questions and you want to talk to me first, just go ahead and set up a free call with me. All right, friends. So I encourage you, whatever that next thing is, to get you to that place where you can feel healthier, more confident, more consistent in your habits. Do that. Keep it simple, friends, and reach out if you need support.